From delivering savage comebacks on late-night television.
What the F? On any level, you couldn't say that, or you automatically homophobic. It's like, dude, I didn't hear your inner thoughts.
To a comedian roasting an influencer in front of thousands.
Logan, nobody is here to see you.
Jesus.
These are the moments when comedians drop their filters and say exactly what they're thinking. Lea DeLaria had recently gone through an engagement breakup and appeared on Conan's show. Obviously, Conan didn't want to let this topic go, so he asked Lea about her divorce, and the comedian gave him quite the sassiest response.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
relationships, you were engaged, but
Yes.
then you broke off that engagement recently. Is that true?
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Now, was this a painful thing or kind of amicable?
Oh, yeah, it was fine. It was perfectly fine.
I don't know.
Asshole, you. Of course it was painful.
I don't know.
Oh, you broke off your engagement. Or, yeah, was that like, did you throw a dance party?
Bill Burr, who was also a guest on the show, delivered some brilliant off-the-cuff insight when Lea made a slight comment.
It says...
No. I have this. That's all my ink. I have this mic on, so.
Yeah, that's all right.
Be a gentleman and help me out with my point.
Hey, Conan, can you believe that marriage didn't work out? Yeah, I can't believe your relationships don't work out.
While Bill's observations came from the guest chair, sometimes comedians take matters into their own hands and become the teacher. That's exactly what happened when Ricky Gervais taught Jimmy Fallon how to do comedy after his surprise appearance on his show. Jimmy was doing his usual monologue on his show when suddenly Ricky crashed the show. As soon as he arrived, Ricky gave Jimmy a thoughtful gift, which was more like a book for Jimmy to promote.
No. This is the Office box set. It's 10th anniversary of The Office. And we, yeah.
Great.
This is out November, but it's available for download on iTunes as well for the first time on the 24th of October. Could they put a little thing along there?
I don't know.
And
I don't know.
flash. Make it flash. Right. So
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll leave that with you.
Yeah.
If you could hold that, that'd be great. If you could hold that.
All right, but it's not out yet. But
It's not out yet.
And then in November.
On the day, remind them. If you.
Only for Jimmy to do the unexpected.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to remind everybody?
Please, yeah.
I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Well, thank you so much.
See you later.
All right, guys. Hey.
Nevertheless, Ricky stayed on the set to listen to Jimmy's jokes.
Hey, listen to this, you guys. The government is about to release a report on what went wrong during the BP oil spill. Or as Fish put it, hey, no rush.
And after hearing that, Ricky couldn't help but teach Jimmy about comedy.
But do it like it's your. Do it like you were clever enough to come up with this joke yourself. Okay. And also, it looks dreadful. I mean, you can see you reading it. Your little beady eyes are.
Well, it's on cue cards. I have to. I can't memorize it.
You look like a little starving rat who's gnawing
all right. Yeah.
something with no, you know.
Yeah.
And the writers don't get there. They're slagging you off. They're saying he's killing these jokes. They don't care. They don't.
No.
You're out here dying, so just go for it.
And when Jimmy applied Ricky's tips, his delivery became an instant hit.
Show them. Do it. Do
You
it
want me
again.
to read it again?
Just do it again, and do it with a swagger. Do it like you deserve this show, right? Because if they see you're scared, they'll be nervous as well.
All right, let me try it. Hey, listen to this. The government is about to release a report on what went wrong during the BP oil spill. Or as Fish put it, hey, no rush.
Ricky left soon after, but not without dropping one final subtle jab.
That was it?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Listen, it's all part of my job. I'm a comedian. See you later.
While Ricky's comedy lesson happened in good fun, sometimes the most savage honesty comes from unexpected places. Movie star and actor Jesse Eisenberg proved that actors can be just as ruthless when he went on to promote his movie. This clingy reporter was asking random offbeat questions, and the actor had the perfect response.
Can I just have you say my name into the camera?
Just the word, Romina?
Well, my name, not a word.
and what's gonna happen to it.
We'll skip it.
I'll do the thing.
We'll skip it.
But I just wanted to know, like what to give it.
Like if we just broke up.
I probably wouldn't say anything then.
His response was so chaotic that even the staff couldn't hold it together. But he didn't stop there and threw a jab at the end of the interview when she kept pressing him for just saying her name.
Trying to find me in a crowded place.
Oh, okay. Romina.
That's it? I would never hear you.
The thing is, I actually didn't want to find you. I was actually hoping to stay alone.
Such a jerk.
But when Jesse's wit met an annoying reporter, it pales in comparison to what happens when Bill Burr decides to tackle controversial topics head-on. That's exactly what happened when Bill Burr was invited on Conan O'Brien's show. During the show, Burr decided to put Caitlyn Jenner on blast, who was formerly known as Bruce Jenner. For context, Jenner was a retired Olympic gold medal winning decathlete. But in 2015, Jenner decided to come out as a transgender woman.
When Bruce became Caitlyn, that was like a national news story, like at a ridiculous level.
Right.
There's like baby seals washing up on the beach because there's no fish left, and they're talking to this lady, you know, like, so Bruce, are you gonna go? Can your Olympic back handle a D cup, or are you gonna go with like something a little more perky?
And Bill even got a little nostalgic in his rant.
I miss that guy. I miss him already. He should have told us. He should have given us a chance to say goodbye. I watched him on the Olympics. I watched him on Chips. I watched him on that horrible show my wife watched where he just walks around in the background.
With his jokes, he called out the woke culture in the same breath.
And then you couldn't react. You couldn't on any level be like, oh my God, you know, what the F, on any level. You couldn't say that, or you automatically homophobic. It's like, dude, I didn't hear your inner thoughts. I didn't know what you were doing. All of a sudden, you're supposed to... Dude, you shave your beard off. People were like, oh my God, that's your chin? Wow.
And before the interview was over, Bill dunked on both Caitlyn and the woke culture supporting her.
This guy walked out a dude, came back a woman. You're just supposed to be like, oh yes, anyways, Caitlyn, that's all I was saying. This housing crisis. I think the bubble's creating again. It's just, God bless him. God bless her. Sorry, they really freak out about the pronouns too.
Yeah.
You say God bless him, and they're like, her.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you thought Bill's commentary was intense, wait until you hear what happens when another comedy legend decides to weigh in on the same topic. Dave Chappelle also talked about Caitlyn's transition on his Netflix special.
Caitlyn Jenner, whom I've met, wonderful person, Caitlyn Jenner was voted Woman of the Year. Her first year as a woman. Ain't that something? Beat every bitch in Detroit, she's better than all of you. Never even had a period, ain't that something?
And Chappelle took Caitlyn to the cleaners one last time before moving on.
Oh, I'd be mad as shit if I was a woman. I'd be mad if I was me. If I was in a BET Awards sitting there and they're like, and the winner for Nigger of the Year, Eminem, my man.
While Dave and Bill shared their thoughts as seasoned veterans, sometimes the most devastating honesty comes when overconfident challengers bite off more than they can chew. Social media influencers Teddy Ray and Duboy learned this lesson the hard way when they asked for a roast battle with Tony Hinchcliffe when he was invited on their show named Roast Me.
Hey, my man, you ain't no wrestler. What the fuck you got on wrestling shoes for?
Whoa, you guys are mean.
Absolutely.
Jimmy Neutron granddaddy.
But when his turn came, the duo realized Tony is on a whole other level.
Right here.
You guys look like a before and after for a product that doesn't work.
Oh, we just like before and
For real,
before?
Sid? For real? Is that funny
Really?
from the break room?
What does ADD stand for? A dose of diabetes?
And as Tony was finishing up his roasts, the duo sorely regretted battling him.
Doughboy? Wait, what?
His name is Doughboy.
Doughboy?
Yeah, I spell it D-O-B-O-Y.
He thinks he's
D-O-B-O-Y. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd misspell it. You guys are two of my favorites, 2 Chins and ASAP Rocky Road.
Wow.
If Tony's roasting skills left those influencers speechless, imagine the confusion when a Hollywood star tries to explain a concept that makes absolutely no sense to anyone listening. Kristen Stewart went over on the Graham Norton show and was trying to explain how she doesn't like being handed roles as she wants to fight for them. Chris was completely baffled by her response.
I really like to fight for jobs. I hate the feeling of suddenly being like, oh, well, you know, Kristen can have it because just because she can. You know what I mean?
Did you see his face? Kristen was out here talking about not wanting things just given to her, but Chris had no clue what she was saying, because let's be real, who's turning down a job?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Give me the job. I don't care if everybody's better than me. I want the job. Well, the parts for a Mexican. Yeah.
Chris didn't even pretend to understand. He just wanted the paycheck. While Kristen's privilege problems left everyone scratching their heads, sometimes the most satisfying moments happen when a comedian slowly builds up to absolutely destroying someone's ego. Tim Dillon and Logan Paul were both invited on Theo Von's podcast this past weekend, back in September 2019. But things took a turn when Tim decided to pull Logan's leg while talking about KSI.
I'm gonna actually channel you, Theo, because I feel like I'd be able to hurl a lot of good insults. Just like,
oh, dude, do you guys not like each other? Is it like one of those things?
Nah, I hate the kid.
Really?
Yeah. It's one
and he's a black kid from England.
That's not why I hate him.
No, I know. I'm not saying.
Wait, I see what you're doing.
Yeah. So you're fighting for the white race.
It's called trickery. I will fall for this. Oh.
As the conversation turned to his controversial past, Logan was surprised by Tim's support.
Like a crazy prank. Well, obviously the one that we all know about.
The one in the forest. Probably.
Yeah, right. That one, which I didn't even think was offensive. I was like, whatever.
I didn't either. You don't strike me as a person who found it offensive.
No, I mean, me and my friends.
But little did Logan know that Tim was about to flip the script on it.
I mean, me and my friends played with dead people, alive people, people who were in the middle, but we just didn't. We couldn't get, you know.
Why did you?
We just couldn't get any. We couldn't monetize it because we were from the generation that can't monetize the sociopathy. But I wish we. No, but that was.
If Tim's calculated takedown of Logan was brutal, Bill Maher and Andrew Schultz slowly started to get heated while debating about the Middle East. But things really escalated when Bill suggested Andrew wouldn't survive there.
Yeah.
Of the entire, all 60 Muslim majority countries, will you say you'll live there?
I could survive in every single one of them.
You couldn't.
How no?
What?
How could I not? I'm not a gay guy. Like, I could live in any single one of them.
You're in Kabul, your wife would have to wear a head-to-toe burqa every...
That's on her.
Okay.
Andrew made a valid point that he could survive there as long as he's not in a war zone. So instead, Bill tried to play moral high ground and attack his character instead.
And are treated in your world.
I hate this moral argument. Like, we give a fuck about women around the world. Like, no, but this is like...
Yeah, you said you'd be happy.
This is such a bullshit argument.
This is such a bullshit argument.
No, I didn't say happy. I said I could live. You keep moving the goalposts.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry.
Let's stay on what you say.
I
could live easily in every single one of the countries outside of the wars that are existing. But you're saying in peacetime?
Easily?
Easily. You live easily.
You could easily live in Kabul, Afghanistan.
Is there war happening? Is the Taliban doing their thing?
No war. No war.
So
the war's over.
War's over? I could kick it in Kabul for a month easy. Enjoying life.
Bill wasn't convinced and still thought that the comedian might be joking, but Andrew's response hit his ego hard.
I'm telling you, I think that...
I'll give you two options. Either you're kidding or this is stupid.
Well, that's this pretentious ass
It's
shit.
not pretentious.
You're doing the thing that
it's not pretentious.
You are doing the
that
thing.
You could live in Kabul and be happy, or get by, or you could be no big deal.
You're doing this thing that gets.
It's not virtue signaling to say.
I didn't say virtue signaling. But that is, if you don't agree with me, you're dumb, is why Trump is elected. And this is what Democrats do.
Yeah, but sometimes dumb is dumb.
Yeah, but people are dumb. So deal with that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, stop acting like everybody's smart. Like, this is the problem, is like, you have all these people that go to Ivy League schools, and they're like, we know better than everybody else, and we'll just tell you what to do, and you guys are all stupid, and I know you feel like you want this, but you don't really want this, and if you disagree with me, you're an idiot. Then all of a sudden they go, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm voting for that one. It's very simple.
Yeah, that's true too.
Andrew didn't hold back at all during this interview and calmly took apart Bill's arguments. Thankfully, they just moved on before things got too heated. While Andrew's political takedown of Bill was impressive, the most satisfying moments happen when a host thinks they can roast a professional comedian and ends up getting absolutely schooled instead. Big Narsty invited Jimmy Carr onto his show and tried his hand at roasting Jimmy.
Hey, look at your trousers. Look like you're expecting flood. What's going on? not shooting. No.
Being the gentleman he is, he took everything in stride.
This, cuz. And look at your forehead, cuz. Look like you got a heartbeat in your forehead.
That's not a forehead, that's a 6 or an 8 head.
You look, you got a helmet on. Fuck it, then we're just gonna start cussing.
Little did the host know, however, that in the process of grilling Jimmy, he himself was about to get burned.
Both of you smart. Who's got whiter teeth? Your fake jaw side. You both got fake jaws. Look, open the teeth.
You
open
can't
them
even
out.
see your teeth because your fucking top is look like slugs, bruv. Shut up, man.
Jimmy didn't miss the opportunity to chime in, and what ensued after was just Jimmy's usual routine.
Now, Jimmy, you're one of the hardest working comedians in the industry.
The hardest working?
The hardest working.
Compared to you two. Yeah, maybe.
And then Jimmy cooked him some more, basically reminding the host who he's dealing with.
What were you saying about going to the gym? What were you... Let's go rewind to that, my friend, because what's your favorite machine? The vending?
The comedian didn't stop there. Even when the host shared his incident about a fan judging him by how different he looks on TV due to his weight, Jimmy decided to rub salt in the wound.
Well, look, technically, my last 6 stop and searches, yeah?
The last...
it's been mad friendly. Because they stopped me like, well, I thought it was you, you know. You are actually that guy, innit? From TV. So I think they're just pulling me just to rate me. You know what I mean? So it's still a top stop and search.
What do they say to you? Do they say, put the Haribo down? You're in danger. You might get type 3 diabetes. It's a new strain you're growing.
And things would only get better from there.
I just spotted his eyes.
Yeah.
They're in there somewhere.
No, let me open a few.
Oh my God. Wow. It's like sitting across from Jabba the Hutt.
The host again shared that he's the only one in his friend circle who's fat, and Jimmy decided to push his limits by making a joke about this situation.
That's the standard, cuz. I've always been the fat one in my group, cuz. I'm used to shelling, cuz. Trust me.
You've always been the fat one in your group.
Cuz, and I was getting way more
you have to hang out with not to be the fat guy. You couldn't be a land mammal and not be the fat guy. You'd have to be ocean bound before you could go, hey, I'm the skinny bitch.